the time has come yet again. I'm leaving the ship tomorrow. It really snuck up on me. And even though it was like almost a completely new crew when I showed up here 3 weeks ago, I feel like it's been so awesome to reconnect with the few people I still did know and then make amazing new friends while I was here. And so it is really difficult to say goodbye. That is one of the hardest parts. I mean, ask any crew member, the hardest part about living on this ship is the constant turnover, is the constant goodbyes. I'm sad to leave, but I'm thankful for this time here. And I couldn't help but come up to Deck 8 one more time and bring you guys with me. I know it's really dark and loud, but I always come up to Deck 8 whenever I'm about to leave the ship. I think because I love the entire ship and every deck holds special memories, but something about Deck 8 is really meaningful to me. I think maybe because normally late at night there's not that many people up here, so I almost feel like as I'm walking I could just close my eyes and open them and be at any time period I'm imagining from my time on the ship. Because, you know, ship culture changes, the people change, the country changes, but this deck hasn't changed that much. The deck kind of remains the same. So it's been really cool to walk around and just remember some of those sweet times here on Deck 8, from playing with my friends when I was 13 and 14 out here. Whenever it would rain, we would come right here and we would dance and scream and yell and just laugh in the rain. We'd find like wet rags, I don't know where and why. It's really not sanitary, but we'd find these wet rags and like hit each other with them and run around. And then I walk a little further around the corner and I remember being older and how, you know, I was still, it's not that carefreeness was completely gone, but things began to be more serious. I didn't come up here to laugh and run as much as I came up here to talk with people, to have deep conversations. And then I started to come up here alone more. So I would come up here and I would pray and I'd ask hard questions. Why do bad things happen to good people? Where was God? Why didn't God do something? All those questions that we all get to, I processed them up here. I walked around and around and I prayed and I waited and I tried to understand. And I learned to find peace in the lack of understanding sometimes, in the just being with God and knowing that He was walking beside me. And I remember walking this deck as well and deciding where to go to college. What did I want to be when I grew up? And so now every year that I've been back, I come up here and I reflect upon things. I give God what's on my heart and I thank Him for being with me through every season, from laughing and running in the rain to crying with friends to praying for an answer that I just didn't feel like I was getting, to wondering what my future held. God has been with me on this deck, and it's a really beautiful thing to get to walk, to get to have something tangible that reminds us of that. The Bible is full of so many stories where God asked the Israelites to set up stones or to remember or to do a certain tradition or festival or meal that helps them remember the stories. And for me, that's what this deck represents. It's a way that I can remember God's faithfulness. And it's been really hard for me every time to leave. It's hard to have a home that's constantly changing and that you don't know when you're going to see it again. But this trip has been so meaningful for me because as I walked Deck 8 tonight, and as I've been here, I have felt such freedom in allowing the past and the memories and the sweetness of this place to be something I'm completely thankful for rather than something I just long to go back to. For so long, I've just wanted to come back. I've just wanted to be here in my favorite place and to relive everything over and over and over again because it was such a beautiful time, such an amazing childhood. And I feel like this time as I was walking the deck, rather than longing for what was, I found myself thanking God for what is because of what was. Who I am now, all the things I'm interested in, I'm doing now, it has so much to do with what happened to me here. I just wanted to share that because I don't know if either you've left the ship a long time ago and you're watching this, or maybe you're going to come to the ship one day and you'll experience what I'm talking about. But wherever you are at, whatever the ship means to you, this place has the ability to move us forward into the future, to change the way we see people, to help us to love people better. And it gives us the opportunity to bring the beauty of the ship and the community of the ship into all of the places where we live and work and have our lives. So I just wanted to share that and thank you all for coming on this journey with me yet again. It's been really, really moving and humbling to talk to so many of you who have watched my videos here and know my story through this. It's really, truly humbling, and I just want to thank you for watching and being a part of this. And the journey is, of course, never over. Mercy Ships will always be a part of my heart and my life, and I'll always support this amazing ministry. And as I go to Israel, I'm going to be switching gears and making a lot of vlogs about what it's like to be in Jerusalem studying there. But I will continue to post Mercy Ships content. I'm hoping to do a Mercy Ships Monday where I can like answer questions and talk about Mercy Ships and stuff that you might still have questions on. So that's the plan. I leave tomorrow, flying to Paris and then Paris to Tel Aviv, and then I need to figure out how to take a sharut to Jerusalem, where I will be dragging my 2 suitcases up a cobblestoned path to my very old campus that is built into the ancient wall of the city. So if that sounds interesting to you, stay tuned for my next vlog because it's coming soon. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.